The world is still cloaked in a deep, inky blackness. But here, on the docks of Gloucester, the day has already begun. The air is thick with the smell of salt and diesel, a familiar perfume to the crew of the Northern Star. It's 3 a.m., an hour when most of the world is dreaming. For us, this is the start of the hunt. The boat's engine rumbles to life, a low growl that cuts through the pre-dawn quiet. It's a sound of purpose, a signal that the chase is on. We are heading out into the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. Our target is a true giant, a titan of the deep, the Atlantic bluefin tuna. This isn't just fishing, it's an expedition into the wild heart of the sea. There's a unique energy that fills the air before a trip like this. It's a mix of nervous excitement and focused calm. Every member of the crew moves with a practiced efficiency, their actions honed by countless departures just like this one. Ropes are coiled, gear is checked, and final preparations are made under the dim glow of the deck lights. We are a small band of hunters venturing into a world that is not our own. The ocean is a place of immense power and unpredictability. It demands respect, it demands preparation. We know the challenges that lie ahead, but the possibility of what we might find out there in the deep blue water fuels our determination. As the Northern Star pulls away from the safety of the harbor, the lights of the town begin to shrink behind us. They become small, twinkling stars against the dark coastline. Ahead of us, there is only the vast, dark ocean. The sky is beginning to show the first faint blush of dawn, a thin line of orange and purple painted on the eastern horizon. This is a moment of transition, leaving the familiar world behind for the untamed wilderness of the sea. There's a sense of adventure in the air, a feeling that anything is possible out here. We are chasing not just a fish, but a legend. The journey to the fishing grounds is a time for quiet contemplation and final checks. The rhythmic hum of the engine is a constant companion, a steady beat against the gentle rocking of the waves. We are heading to a place known as the Edge, where the continental shelf drops off into the deep abyss. This is where the giants roam, this is where the currents bring the bait fish, and where the massive bluefin tuna come to feed. The sun is now climbing higher, casting a golden path across the water. Our quest has truly begun. We are on the trail of one of the most powerful and magnificent creatures in the ocean. Fishing for bluefin tuna is a craft that bridges generations. It's a dance between ancient wisdom and modern innovation. On the deck of the Northern Star, this blend is everywhere you look. The captain, a man whose father and grandfather fished these same waters, navigates not just by instinct but with a suite of advanced electronics. He still reads the subtle signs of the ocean, the behavior of the seabirds, the color of the water, the direction of the current. These are the old ways, knowledge passed down through stories and experience. He can feel a change in the weather in his bones, a skill no computer can replicate. This deep instinctual connection to the sea is the foundation of our hunt. But alongside this traditional knowledge, we have an arsenal of modern technology. The wheelhouse is a hub of glowing screens. High-resolution sonar paints a detailed picture of the world beneath our keel, revealing underwater mountains and canyons where tuna might be hiding. Sea surface temperature charts, downloaded via satellite, show us the thermal breaks, the invisible walls in the ocean where warm and cold water meet. These are the highways for bluefin. GPS technology allows us to mark our position with pinpoint accuracy, ensuring we can return to a productive spot or precisely lay our gear along a promising contour. This technology doesn't replace the old knowledge. It enhances it, giving us a clearer view into the tuna's hidden world. The gear itself is another example of this powerful combination. The basic design of the longline has been used for centuries, a main line with baited hooks branching off. But today's longlines are made from monofilament, a material that is incredibly strong yet nearly invisible underwater. The hooks are engineered for specific targets, designed to catch a tuna securely while minimizing the chances of harming other species. Even the bait is chosen with a combination of old wisdom and new science. We know from experience what the tuna are feeding on, but we also use modern freezing techniques to ensure every piece of bait is as fresh and enticing as possible when it hits the water. This synergy of old and new is what gives us a fighting chance. The ocean is a massive, three-dimensional wilderness. Finding a school of giant tuna in its vastness is like searching for a handful of needles in an endless haystack. Relying on tradition alone would be a gamble. Relying on technology alone would leave us blind to the subtle, living language of the sea. It is the combination of the captain's gut feeling and the satellite's data that guides us. It is the wisdom of generations and the power of modern science working together that will lead us to the giants we seek. The heart of our operation is the long line. This isn't just a piece of fishing gear, it's a carefully engineered system designed to stretch for miles across the ocean. Preparing it is a meticulous, almost ritualistic process. The main line, a thick monofilament cord, is spooled onto a massive hydraulic drum. It can be up to 40 miles long, a staggering length of line that will soon become our connection to the deep. Attached to this main line at regular intervals are the gangions. These are shorter lines, each ending in a large, razor-sharp circle hook. Every single hook must be inspected, sharpened, and baited with care. It's a task that requires patience and attention to detail. The bait is crucial. Today we're using a mix of mackerel and squid, two of the bluefin's favorite meals. Each piece of bait must be carefully threaded onto the hook in a way that looks natural and appealing. A poorly baited hook is a wasted hook. The crew works in a steady, practiced rhythm, their hands moving with a speed and precision born of long experience. They are like assembly line workers in a floating factory, but their work is a craft. They are preparing thousands of individual invitations, each one designed to tempt a massive, powerful predator. The quality of this preparation can make the difference between a successful trip and coming home empty-handed. The long line system is more than just hooks and line. It also includes a series of buoys and weights. High flyer buoys equipped with radio beacons and tall flags will mark the beginning and end of our line. Smaller polyballs will be attached along its length, keeping the main line suspended at a specific depth in the water column. We can adjust the length of the lines connecting these buoys to target different depths. Are the tuna feeding near the surface, or are they hunting deeper in the thermocline? This decision is based on the captain's analysis of the sonar, the water temperature, and his own experience. It's a calculated strategy, setting our trap in the exact layer of water where we believe the giants are moving. As the preparation continues, the deck becomes a maze of neatly coiled lines, buckets of bait, and stacks of buoys. Everything is organized for a smooth and rapid deployment. There is no room for error when you are working with miles of line and thousands of hooks. A single tangle could create a dangerous mess or ruin the set. The crew communicates with a series of nods and short commands, each person knowing their role perfectly. The sun is higher in the sky now, and the time to deploy our gear is fast approaching. The anticipation builds. Soon, our carefully prepared trap will sink into the blue darkness, beginning its silent wait for a giant. The captain gives the signal. The engine slows and the northern star begins to move at a steady, deliberate pace. It's time to set the line. The first high flyer buoy, with its flag whipping in the breeze, is tossed overboard. It marks the start of our invisible fence across the ocean. Immediately the main line begins to unspool from the giant drum, a thin, translucent thread paying out into the boat's wake. The process is a beautifully choreographed dance of man and machine. It is a moment of intense focus, where every action must be precise and timed to perfection. The safety of the crew and the success of the set depend on it. One crew member stands at the stern, guiding the main line as it flies off the drum. Another stands ready with the baited gangions. At carefully timed intervals, he clips a baited hook onto the main line just before it slips into the water. Snap, clip, release, snap, clip, release. The rhythm is hypnotic, a steady beat that will continue for hours. Every few hundred yards, another crew member attaches a polyball buoy to keep the line at the desired depth. The work is physically demanding and requires unwavering concentration. A moment's distraction could lead to a tangled line or far worse, a hook finding a hand or an arm instead of the open ocean. As we steam forward, the line stretches out behind us, a submerged curtain of temptation extending for miles. We are painting a line across a vast blue canvas. The deployment is a strategic operation. The captain steers the boat carefully, following the underwater ridges and temperature breaks that we identified earlier. We are not just dropping hooks randomly, we are placing our gear in the most promising locations, trying to intercept the bluefin on their migratory path. It's a game of chess with an unseen opponent, and this is our opening move. We are setting a trap based on our best predictions of where the fish will be. After several hours, the final baited hook is clipped on. The last high flyer buoy, marking the end of the line, is deployed into the sea. A silence falls over the deck, broken only by the hum of the engine and the sound of the waves. Our work, for now, is done. The line is set. It will soak for several hours, a silent predator waiting in the deep. Now begins the hardest part of all, the wait. We can only trust in our preparation, our technology, and our instincts. Somewhere down there, miles below the surface, our baited hooks are drifting in the current. We have extended our invitation to the giants of the Atlantic. Now we must wait to see if they will accept. Perfect. The sun has crossed its highest point in the sky. The waiting is over. It's time to retrieve our line and see what the ocean has given us. The captain expertly maneuvers the back to the first high flyer buoy. A crew member snags it with a gaff, and the main line is fed into the hydraulic hauler. The powerful winch begins its slow, steady work, pulling our miles-long trap back from the deep. This is the moment of truth. The haul back is a period of intense anticipation and honestly some pretty grueling physical labor. Every eye is fixed on the line as it rises from the water, watching for any sign of a struggle. The work is a symphony of coordinated effort. One person operates the hauler, controlling the speed and tension of the line. Another stands ready to unclip the Gangians as they come aboard. A third person coils the branch lines and stores the hooks, while a fourth cleans and rebaits them for the next set. The process is reversed, but the intensity is, well, magnified tenfold. Every empty hook that comes up is a small disappointment. But then, the line tightens. The hydraulic hauler groans under a new strain. Far out in the water, we see a splash. The call goes out across the deck. Fish on! Adrenaline surges through the crew. This is what we came for. Teamwork is everything in this moment. When a tuna is on the line, the entire operation shifts gear. The crew moves with a fluid, unspoken understanding. The person on the hauler must play the fish carefully, giving it line when it runs and gaining on it when it tires. Pulling too hard could break the line or tear the hook from the fish's mouth. Others stand ready with gaffs and harpoons. The atmosphere is electric. The fight can last for minutes or even hours, a titanic struggle between the power of the fish and the combined strength and skill of the crew. Every member has a role, and the success of landing the fish depends on each person executing their job perfectly. As the line comes in, we see more signs of life. Another tightening of the line, another surge of the hauler. It's another fish. The haulback becomes a carefully managed ballet of controlled chaos. The crew works to bring one fish toward the boat while simultaneously managing the rest of the incoming line. They must be vigilant, always aware of the immense power at the end of the line. A giant bluefin is one of the strongest fighters in the ocean. It is a creature of pure muscle and speed. Bringing it to the boat is a testament to the crew's endurance, skill, and above all, their ability to work together as a single cohesive unit. The fish is close now. We can see its powerful form, a shimmering torpedo of silver and blue, just beneath the surface. Its size is, honestly, breathtaking. This is a true giant, hundreds of pounds of raw power. Getting it from the water onto the deck is the most critical and dangerous part of the entire process. The fish is tired, but it is far from defeated. One last, desperate run could snap the line. A thrash of its powerful tail could injure a crew member. This is where experience and calm nerves are paramount. The captain positions the boat perfectly, keeping the fish alongside us. The crew readies the tools for the final act. The final moments are a flurry of precise, decisive action. A harpoon is thrown with expert aim, securing the fish and ensuring a quick, humane end. This is a mark of respect for the animal. We are hunters, but we are not wasteful. The goal is to dispatch the fish as swiftly as possible to prevent suffering and to preserve the quality of the meat. Several gaffs are then used to grip the massive fish, and with a coordinated heave, the crew uses their combined strength to slide the giant over the rail and onto the deck. It lands with a heavy, solid thud. For a moment, everyone pauses, taking in the magnificent sight of this ocean titan. The fish is a masterpiece of evolution. Its body is perfectly streamlined for speed, its dark blue back and silvery belly providing camouflage in the open ocean. The small, bright yellow finlets running down its back are like the trim on a high-performance race car. We take a moment to admire the creature, to appreciate its power and beauty. But there is no time to waste. The clock is ticking from the moment the fish leaves the water. The key to fetching a high price at the market is quality, and quality begins right here, on the deck, in the seconds after the fish is landed. The crew immediately springs into action for the next crucial phase. Landing a giant tuna is the culmination of everything we do. It's the reward for the pre-dawn start, the meticulous preparation, and the hours of hard work. It is a moment of triumph, a validation of our skill and strategy, but it's also a moment of humility. To be in the presence of such a powerful animal is a reminder of the wildness and majesty of the ocean. Each fish is a gift from the sea, and it is our responsibility to treat it with the utmost care and respect. The celebration is short-lived, because the work of preserving this incredible prize has just begun. Once the giant bluefin is on deck, a new kind of race begins. This race is against time and temperature. The value of a bluefin tuna lies in the quality of its meat, which is prized by chefs and diners around the world. Maintaining that quality requires a series of careful, methodical steps. The first step is to bleed the fish immediately. This is essential for preventing the meat from spoiling and ensuring a clean, pure flavor. The crew works quickly, making precise incisions that allow the fish to bleed out completely. It's a process that must be done correctly to protect the integrity of the catch. After bleeding, the next crucial step is to gut and dress the fish. This is done with surgical precision. The internal organs are removed and the body cavity is thoroughly washed with clean seawater. This removes any bacteria and begins the cooling process from the inside out. Some crews even use a special wire to destroy the spinal cord, a technique developed in Japan called ikajime. This instantly stops all nerve activity, which prevents the fish's muscles from producing lactic acid. Less acid means better tasting, higher quality meat. Every step is designed to preserve the pristine condition of the fish, as if it had just been pulled from the cold ocean depths. The final and most important step is chilling the fish as quickly as possible. The Northern Star is equipped with a large insulated fish hold filled with a slurry of ice and salt water. This super chilled bath can bring the core temperature of the massive fish down rapidly. The dressed tuna is carefully lowered into the hold and packed completely in ice. This is the beginning of the cold chain, an unbroken line of refrigeration that will extend from our boat all the way to the final consumer. Maintaining this cold chain is non-negotiable. Even a small rise in temperature can degrade the quality of the delicate meat and significantly lower its value. This entire process is a testament to the modern fisherman's commitment to quality. It's not enough to just catch the fish. We must be expert processors as well. From the moment the tuna is landed to the moment it's offloaded at the dock, our focus is on preservation. This meticulous care ensures that the incredible resource we have harvested is not wasted. It honors the fish and respects the consumer who will eventually enjoy it. It is the final piece of the puzzle, turning a magnificent ocean predator into a world-class culinary product, all thanks to the hard work and dedication of the crew. Fishing for Atlantic bluefin tuna comes with a profound sense of responsibility. We are harvesting a resource that was once pushed to the brink of collapse by overfishing. Today, we fish under a strict set of rules and regulations designed to ensure the species not only survives but thrives. The most important of these is the quota system. International agreements set a total allowable catch each year, and that catch is divided among fishing nations and then among individual vessels. Our boat, the Northern Star, has a specific quota. Once we have caught our limit, our season is over. This system prevents the rampant overfishing of the past and is the cornerstone of modern fisheries management. Beyond quotas, we are also required to use conservation-focused gear. The circle hooks we use, for example, are designed to hook fish in the corner of the mouth rather than being swallowed deep in the throat. This dramatically increases the survival rate of fish that are too small and must be released. It also reduces our bycatch, the accidental capture of non-target species like sea turtles, sharks, or marine mammals. We are constantly looking for and adopting new technologies and techniques that allow us to be more selective in what we catch, ensuring that our impact on the broader ocean ecosystem is as small as possible. Our role as fishermen extends beyond just following the rules. We are the eyes and ears on the water. We work closely with scientists and fisheries managers, providing them with valuable data from our logbooks. We report the size and number of fish we catch, the areas where we are fishing, and any interactions we have with other species. This information is vital for scientists to accurately assess the health of the bluefin population and make informed decisions about future quotas. We are active participants in the science of conservation, partners in the effort to maintain a healthy and sustainable fishery for generations to come. This commitment to stewardship is a source of pride for the modern fishing crew. We understand that the future of our livelihood depends directly on the health of the ocean and its fish stocks. We are not just hunters, we are guardians of this incredible resource. We want our children and grandchildren to have the same opportunity to witness the power and majesty of a giant bluefin tuna. That means fishing responsibly, respecting the regulations, and actively contributing to the conservation efforts that have been so successful in helping this magnificent species make a comeback. The weight of that responsibility is felt with every line we set and every fish we bring aboard. The story of the Atlantic bluefin tuna is becoming a story of hope. Thanks to the tough regulations, international cooperation, and the commitment of fishermen to sustainable practices, the population is showing clear signs of recovery. The giants are returning. We are seeing more and larger fish in these waters than we have in decades. This comeback is a powerful testament to the fact that conservation can work. It shows that when we work together, scientists, managers, and fishermen, we can correct the mistakes of the past and build a sustainable future for our oceans. It is a victory for the fish, and a victory for all of us who depend on the sea. Our journey aboard the Northern Star is more than just a hunt for a valuable fish. It is a living example of how humanity can interact with the wild in a responsible way. It's a story of blending ancient respect for the sea with the best of modern science and technology. It's about understanding that we are part of a larger ecosystem and that our actions have consequences. Every decision we make, from the type of hook we use to the care we take in chilling our catch, is part of a larger commitment to sustainability. This mindful approach is the key to ensuring that these fishing traditions can continue long into the future. As we head back to port, our hold filled with our precious and hard-won catch, there is a sense of deep satisfaction. It's the satisfaction of a hard day's work, of a successful hunt, and of knowing that we have conducted ourselves as responsible stewards of the ocean. The future of fishing depends on this balance. It requires us to be skilled hunters but also dedicated conservationists. It requires us to take from the sea but also to give back through careful management and respect. The health of our oceans is not someone else's problem. It is our shared responsibility. The call to protect our marine world is a call to all of us. Whether you are a fisherman on the high seas or someone enjoying a meal of fresh seafood, we all have a role to play. By supporting sustainably managed fisheries, we can ensure that future generations will also have the chance to marvel at the giants of the deep. The ocean is the lifeblood of our planet, a world of mystery, power, and incredible beauty. Let us work together to keep it healthy and wild, ensuring that the great Atlantic bluefin tuna continues to chase the currents for centuries to come. The promise of tomorrow's ocean is in our hands today.